So we've been talking about Ipswich Town making a statement in League One for what seems like years. They've made a statement in League One tonight, haven't they, with a result like that, 4-1 at Wycombe. A place where they simply don't lose or even draw, but Ipswich have come and turned all that round.
Yeah, for context, Wycombe had won 8 straight league games here, going back to the end of the Championship last season. They go 1-0 up. They're on top of Ipswich. It looks like it's going to be a really difficult night. And then they equalise, and it's just an outstanding team performance from there on in, isn't it? Instead of being the team that concedes straight after scoring or being the team that concedes straight after half-time, Ipswich kicked on. They scored again. They went 3-1 up. And then I think the thing that I really liked the most about tonight is that they weathered the storm. They defended really well during a difficult period. Christian Walton's pulled off an outstanding save. Edmondson and Ntiala defended really strongly. And then Wycombe had to really go for it. And Selina has walked the ball into an open net in stoppage time to put the icing on the cake of an outstanding team performance in front of 1,800 delirious fans in the way end. And it's a huge, huge win tonight. It feels like it could be almost season-defining. This could be a point that we really look back on.
Yeah, you hope so. Selina was the perfect man to walk that ball into the net, but if he hadn't, out of nowhere, really, equalised, you wonder how this night would have gone, because I think I wouldn't be the only one in this ground that at 1-0 down and facing a lot of pressure, I did worry that the second Wycombe goal was coming, and with that, bad things were coming, but it didn't. A slight deflection, a David Stockdale hand, and the ball's in the back of the net from Selina from 25 yards. And I think you're right. From that point, they dominated. They grew into this game. They dominated. That they changed the game and won the game.
Once they stopped trying to sort of play Wycombe at their own game, trying to sort of go long and direct, which only suited Wycombe in that first half an hour or so, didn't it? Once they got the ball down and they started to play, they got on top, didn't they? And really good goals in this game. Selina's, as you say, took a bit of a deflection. Stockdale maybe thinks he should get a stronger hand on that one. But the goals in the second half, Macaulay Bomb with a really lovely touch, turn and volley into the bottom corner.
All in one motion, wasn't it? Over shoulder, touch, turn in the bottom.
Bottom
corner, just like that. But it's a really good goal, isn't it?
Yeah, 11 for him for the season. Wes Burns, that ball stayed hit, didn't it? Still accelerating when that hit the back of the net. And after Vincent Young picked him out, who was back in the team tonight. I have to be honest, when I saw that team come out tonight, and I thought, that's a gamble. Probably needed to change the fullbacks after the game at Plymouth at the weekend, but you're looking at Vincent Young, been out a long time, straight in at right back. Hayden Coulson, only his second game back, got put back in at left back tonight. And Coulson ends up limping off injured after a quite heavy collision in the first half. So some more adversity for Ipswich to overcome. Cameron Burgess came on at left back. In some ways, that might have been a blessing in disguise, having that extra bit of physicality against Wycombe. And I thought he had a good game. To be honest, you could go through them all tonight, couldn't you? It was.
Yeah, you could. There's one I would pick out. I think Sam Morsey was absolutely outstanding in this game this evening. He started slow, just like Ipswich started slow, but he grew into this game. He led from the front. He played the little pop pass off for Selina to score his first goal. He broke up play to start the move which made the second, and he stamped his authority on this game from 23 minutes or so onwards. I thought he was absolutely outstanding for Ipswich tonight. If
you want me to chuck one other name in, George Edmondson, I thought was a real rock at the back, won so many headers, big blocks when it counted, and I mentioned Christian Walton earlier, who I think's made a real difference since he's come into this team. It looks like an upgrade in the goalkeeper position. Not only that really good save down low in the second half, but aerially he looked so confident at times when those aerial balls were coming in. He was plucking them out the air and taking pressure off, wasn't he?
I think you have to go back significant time to find an Ipswich goalkeeper that it's a small sample size at the moment from Walton, but to find a goalkeeper that dominates the area between his 6-yard box and his penalty spot like that, you're going back beyond Bartosz Białkowski, as good as he was, to find a goalkeeper like that. The players we've just reeled off there, You've gone Walton, Edmondson, Morsey, Bonn. That's
Spine
a
of the
spine.
team.
And how long have we been talking about spine of an Ipswich team needing to be strong? It's easy to say standing here after a 4-1 win. This is the time you do say things like this, but it's there, isn't it? It's growing.
It's coming
and
together.
It's coming.
It's 7 wins from the last 11 games in all competitions. You know, even at Plymouth at the weekend, that was a game that could easily have gone another way. Whisper it quietly, but Ipswich are just starting to come together now. They're up to 9th. They're within 4 points of the playoffs. They get a nice little break from league action now. The FA Cup game against Oldham at Portman Road on Saturday, followed by the Papa John's Trophy fixture against Colchester, Luke Chambers and co. So it's a 10-day gap, I believe, till the next league game. And then some tasty old fixtures coming up. Oxford, Sunderland away, and then Rotherham at home, all in the top 6. Looking forward to it. It's been a real roller coaster of the season. That's the phrase that Paul Cook used. You never quite know what you're getting with Ipswich, but you're starting to feel like you kind of know what you're getting a little bit more as these games tick by, aren't you? And that's the good thing.
Yeah, and we certainly know what they can do, and that's the big thing. 10 days off, and then 3 more big league games.